Hello, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Random Thoughts from me, Ted Bear. Now, I spend a lot of time talking about mental health here on my channel. So when Trisha Hershberger and her vlog series, The Naked Truth, asked the rather excellent question, mental illness, truth or fiction? I felt the need to add to the discussion. Now, the stigma of mental health doesn't just stem from people who are scared of what they don't understand. Now, this can be solved with education. But education can't change people who don't want to be changed. People who see mental illness as a scam. A way to get out of their duties or a way to chicken out in time of war. Denial cannot turn the truth of mental illness into fiction. As a matter of fact, it makes mental illness even harder to fight. Let me explain. Now, I was never what you would consider normal. Even now, I definitely consider myself definitely weird, but basically harmless, nothing, Now, I drifted from job to job as you do in your late teens and 20s, which is not anywhere near now. Well, I had enough of that drifting and I wanted a career. And given that my going into the Navy was a given since the age about 10, I enlisted in the Navy at the age of 25 back in 1998. It wasn't just a job, it was a career, and it wasn't just a career, it was a duty, and it was carrying on a family legacy. So when anything, would threaten it, I would get more than a bit bent out of shape. Because being in the Navy wasn't just a job, career, or duty. It was really who I am, or who I was as a human being. This brings me to when my symptoms started to manifest back in 2001, 2003 time frame. My denial was crushing and it kept me from seeking help. And when you're in denial, you're willing to believe anyone who could keep the possibility alive that, this can't be a weakness of mine. It's a heart attack, or it even include, I was even willing to believe the flight surgeon in 2004 who, after I'd been sent to medical for the third time that month with chest pains, came in and screamed at me for about 10 minutes to stop wasting his time. And that day, he sent me by ambulance to an off-base hospital to have a stress echocardiogram. This is when they put EKG sensors on your torso and you run on a treadmill or get a shot of adrenaline to read your heart rate. To read your heart rate at rest, pumping hard, and then back at rest again. So I went into the cool down section without any problems. And I started to worry that the douchebag may have been right. Which triggered a panic attack. And I saw it triggered the panic attack while I was hooked up to the EKG. So I saw boop 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 on that EKG paper. This is when the attendants explained to me that problems of the mind can cause problems in the body, like a panic attack. The reason it hurts, and most people confuse it with a panic attack, is because your heart is beeping along and the muscles around the heart contract. It hurts and it's scary as hell. The point of that story is mental illness is real, and sometimes it's even nice enough to show itself to be real while you're hooked up to monitoring equipment. It's a long road back to normal, if you even get there, and the best a lot of us can hope for is a new definition of what is normal to you. The additional strain of that causes, that journey is a bit of strain, quite a bit, actually. And add on top of that the additional strain of a new definition of who I am after the Navy, being the length and breadth of my personal identity. I can see where suicide prevention among veterans has become a hot topic. Now, to the people who are discovering this for themselves, I tell you this: you are not alone. Okay? I repeat this often because mental illness causes isolation for many different reasons. Now, and the isolation does not benefit treatment, so I've discovered, and so has been echoed by PhDs I've been talking to for more than a decade. To the people who want to understand, who are trying to understand, thank you. I just ask you to please be patient while I tell you my story. And finally, to the people who don't want to see, to the people who tell me you don't have a problem, you're not in a wheelchair with bits of you falling off, to simply get over it or stop whining. To those people, I pray that your world stays exactly the way it is. Or to put it another way, may you continue to live in blissful ignorance. I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to force my truth on you. Hell, I still remember my world, what my world was like before, and it was good. What I hope, seriously, what I hope and pray is may you never see my story through your own eyes. No. Sorry. This has been Random Thoughts from me, O. Ted Bear. I hope I made some sense, and as always, I hope I helped.